About it. Why do you open? Why do you close?
Because no one else does it.
I don't complain about it. I don't give a shit.
Well, that's rather rude to say to the people.
Give a fuck about the people.
That's extremely rude to say to the people.
Mate.
And this is what he thinks of you guys.
Yeah. Bunch of bitches.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I am Zel. This is Nel. Synyster never showed up. So that's a thing. And we are here to review this week in WWE the go-home shows for Evolution, and not a single closing angle or main event on any of the shows involved the woman.
Nope.
Like, bruh. On that note, I mean, we did actually have a good Raw. We had a
It was a sad Raw. Yeah.
okay Smackdown.
I was very disappointed by Smackdown.
Yeah, Smackdown was not that bueno.
No bueno.
NxT was fun.
NXT was really, really fun. NXT UK was okay.
Mate. I mean, yeah. So, I know you said you were crying.
I was bawling my eyes out. It's Roman Reigns.
I just don't cry.
I was so sad. Because I think the thing that got to me was it reminded me, obviously then was a big shock, but it reminded me so much of Eddie Guerrero. And I was like, oh my god, when Kaylee was like, is he gonna die? I was like, fuck. I hope not. And it's just sad too, because I posted on my Facebook of what was it? It was a really, really good quote I found on Twitter, and it made the most sense because he was all about it too. It's a guy named 8-Bit Eric. Follow him on YouTube. He does like retro game hunting. But sad how a real life situation can change the tone of everyone.
Yeah, it's true.
Fact.
That whole locker room was fucked up. Because, you know, Roman is actually looked at as a leader in the locker room.
Yeah. And I think that was more driven towards the fans too. Because a lot of them...
Oh yeah, the moment he said, like...
Legit, they were like...
we shouldn't be booing you right now, should we?
Is this real or is this fake? Yeah, I was very sad that day.
Yeah. I mean, look at one of the biggest Roman Reigns critics, Eric. His tone changed real quick.
Eric legit said it was pretty funny. He was like, hope he comes back so I can bash him some more. I'm like, you can't pick a different wrestler to bash now?
Is no one else to bash? Well, he loves Ronda. I like Ronda.
You know what's interesting is that I found 2 more people that don't like Ronda Rousey. I hung out with them a week back, and I was like, you guys don't like Ronda either. And they were like, I'm just not sold on her yet. I'm like, yeah, kind of true. I'm just not sold on her either.
I mean, like I said, I like her for where she is. Like, she definitely proved that she's dedicated.
We'll see at WrestleMania if you still like her. When it's the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, if nothing changes, then it's like, all right, do something else.
Nothing's gonna change with her.
You know, I think she has room for improvement and room to grow, which everyone does. It's all about if she will or not. I think she will because she seems to be dedicated enough to try.
Oh yeah, I don't fault her for that. I think creative is gonna be. Yeah, you're gonna do the same shit until WrestleMania, because we have this picture we want you to do with Charlotte.
Lord and Savior Christ. On that note, let's actually get into Raw, and it started with Roman. Which, you being the Roman guy, do you want to take this part?
Do I have to?
Do you want to talk about your boy?
I'll talk about him. It was
Mate.
Mate.
Australian Nelson.
Australian Canadian.
Hey.
I'm not going to be Australian for this one part, because this one part's really, really sad. And it was a surreal thing that happened. So Roman Reigns comes out with the title in his street gear. No one thought anything of it. It pissed me off because it was in Providence. And I was like, of course this happens in Providence. Where it's just like freaking less than an hour drive from where I am. But
we should have went. We should have went. We talked about it for my birthday. We should have went.
But Roman comes in. I'm trying to remember everything, but I'm just gonna get to the point of it. He was talking, and he was like, "It's all been a lie. I told you guys that I would defend my title, and I've been lying to you guys." He was like, "Because the fact is, my real name is Joe Anoa'i. Anoa'i. I don't know how to say his last name. Anoa'i. Anoa'i. And I've been living with, I think he said battling leukemia.
Yeah.
For 11 years.
Because he said he got it when he was younger, and he kicked it out real quick.
He got it when he was 22. He kicked it out real quick. But he was like, the NFL didn't want me. And then he was like, and then he found a group that did want him, and that was the WWE. But long story short, he was like, I'm going to relinquish this title because I can't be your defending champion. And he was like, but you best believe this ain't no retirement speech. And that he's going to, after he's done kicking leukemia's ass, he's going to come back and be the big dog that he is and all that jazz. The thing that got to me the most was like, I was shocked. I was still shocked by this when he was walking away. And then Seth and Dean came out. And Seth was bawling his eyes out. I was like, oh god. And then Dean looked disgusted by it. Like, you can tell Dean was trying to keep his like persona. He was just like this like pissed off kind of guy. But even him, he looked so disappointed. And then freaking, I don't know if you heard about Corey Graves with his what he posted on Twitter.
What did he post on Twitter?
And and you need to hear Aleister Black's long fucking thing that he posted about Roman. Super like insane. But with Corey Graves, he was like, the saddest thing after all this is that my kids play with Joe's kids. Mm-hmm. And my kid asked me, Daddy, because she watched Raw, what's leukemia? And so Corey was like, Corey didn't really say what it was. He just said that he's just sick, but you know who Roman Reigns is.
Yeah.
He'll don't worry, he'll be better. And then she asks, like, am I still able to play with like she didn't know what it was. She was like so sweet about it, and that broke down Corey even more. It's crazy.
And then what did Aleister just like?
Aleister wrote a whole freaking paragraph on Twitter. I read it before. I don't know if you want to read word for word, but there's pretty much Aleister's journey to WWE, and he was like talking about how he used to do cleanup after everyone, where like he did like the mats and all the work that like a rookie does in a way. Yeah. And Roman actually pulled him aside, and he was and Roman said, "Can you legit stop what you're doing?" And I also was like, "Why, am I like doing something wrong?" And Roman was like, "No, you're above all this. I don't know why you're doing rookie work." And he was like, "You've already proven yourself. You in the indie scene. Don't think that like we don't want you." And then he was all like, just do me the favor and just don't do that and just relax. Take it back a little bit. Have fun." And so Aleister was like, I just came into this thinking like he always used to do in Japan and Europe, where it was just you go in, do your work, do all the chores, you earn your keep, I guess, in a way. Yeah. And Roman telling him that you didn't have to do that here. And he even mentioned Bray, Finn, and Seth. And someone else that he mentioned that if any one of those guys told him the same thing, he'd do the same thing too. He would stop. But that's what he told about Roman. And Roman, like, he was like, Roman was always a cool guy to him, like, always talking to him about how things were going, so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's that. Roman's gonna be gone for a little while.
Don't know how long, but...
probably a couple of years.
Yeah. When I read it, the first, like, you go through hell to get rid of leukemia, legit hell. But with Roman, it was, I forget, I have to look it up again. I forget when he first had it, how long it took him to get rid of it.
Because it said he was 22?
He was 22, yeah.
Yeah, and then he got rid of it pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know how quick pretty quick is. It could be pretty quick by getting rid of leukemia standards.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
actually doesn't say.
Ah.
The only thing it says is that he told Vince McMahon on October 18th that his leukemia was coming out of remission.
Mm. And then they kept him off the house circuit all week, and then they waited for Monday.
Yeah.
Because everyone thought he was hurt.
Yeah. Because, I watched a few videos from Wrestle Talk, and they were like, Roman Reigns hurt?
Yeah.
And Alexa Bliss could not be doing Evolution.
Yeah, nobody knows what her problem is.
Yeah. So it could be, you're going to love this, it could be Trish and Lita versus Mickie James and Alicia Fox.
Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Like, what a shitty pay-per-view, man. I'm not watching it. I'm sorry. I am not watching it. I'm just going to look at the results. Like, if I win, I win.
Come on. Becky Lynch and Charlotte.
Okay.
Battle Royal could be interesting.
No, it's not.
Could be.
No, not going to happen. Because of Naomi's tweet about it. She was like, where's my shit? I won the Battle Royal at WrestleMania. I'm still waiting for something to happen. I don't even have the damn trophy. Her exact words.
Oh, Naomi. Oh, like, Trinity.
Last thing you do is post that.
Well, you know who to not pick.
Yeah, you don't pick him. You don't pick the Iconics. You don't pick Lana. They all posted something about that Battle Royal. And they all posted pictures of themselves like, giving like dirty looks. Because they're like saying, is that what we're worth? A stupid Battle Royal? While Alicia Fox gets to face Trish Stratus.
Potentially. If not, I'm sure they'll throw her in the Battle Royal too.
They'll throw her in the Battle Royal. No, they'll put Alicia Fox in with Sasha as that, and then Sasha will sub in because they want to give Sasha her match against Trish. Not gonna happen.
No.
They don't give a fuck about Sasha.
Just unfortunately. And from there, we got, for the first time, which I'm sure this will not be the last, Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley.
It could be the last.
I don't know. Because they put on a pretty decent match.
Bobby's injured.
Decent. Bobby's injured.
I mean, everyone's getting injured.
They put on a decent match. Bobby showed his strength, and Finn won with the roll-up of death. After about 9 minutes. Injured or not, this is not the last we see of this. I think not.
Lashley.
You gotta get more noise in it. Lashley!
So sick of that.
Fucking Leo Rush. He does his job. Are you annoyed? Are you annoyed?
He's smaller than Rey Mysterio.
Are you annoyed?
Mate.
Just answer my question. Does he annoy you?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Nope.
Then why does he bother you?
I don't know.
Because he annoys you. It's like the Iconics.
He's not doing his job.
I think he's doing his job.
No, annoying someone is not doing your job.
That's his job, is to be obnoxious and annoying. It's like the Iconics. Their job is to be obnoxious and annoying.
Don't you dare disrespect the Iconics.
That's their job. Peyton Royce is my bae, and I know that's her job. I'm so happy they're finally on Up, Down, Down. I was like, yes.
That was crazy.
And it gives me more little like insight about Billie Kay too, and I'm like, I need to stop shitting on Billie Kay so much. She's actually pretty cool. You can see Billie Kay's the outgoing one, and Peyton's kind of like the.
When you're uncertain about a character, go on Up, Down, Down.
You'll see who they really are. So then on Raw, if we try to, figure this out.
Speaking of which, the Battle of the Brands has taken a turn.
Oh my god, with Xavier, yeah.
With the game coming back.
The game, and Triple H is back to not win the World Heavyweight Championship.
It's like, Edge!
He has a minor injury, but he's still pulling a 110,000.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
That was. But it seems like Xavier's about to lose Randy Orton. Because at the end it said unhappy superstar.
But he's still injured. Of course he's unhappy. Of course he can't win. He hasn't had a match. He's injured. Fucking Smackdown vs. Raw 2006.
I have that game too.
My lord. I lost my spot entirely. Alright, so next we have Sasha Banks with Bayley and Natalya versus the Riot Squad. Well, Ruby Riot with Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan. It says the battle of fake hair color. Terrible. But no. These two put on a good TV match, because, you know, they can both go very well in the ring. It came down to the end.
I thought this was badly placed.
In the show?
Yeah. Because the Lashley match was bad. Was mate.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was because what happened with Roman Reigns. And you bring Lashley out. And the dude is saying, Lashley. And everyone's like, what just happened? Like, what happened? And then they bring out the Riot Squad in a tag team match. And it's like, ugh.
Singles match.
Yeah,
with everyone.
Well, I mean, it's
outside.
technically tag
yeah.
team. They all get involved.
Yeah, because there were distractions, and then Ruby hit the Riot Kick and won. About 10 minutes.
Just about. I believe there was a commercial break in between.
Yeah. And then next up, Nia Jax did a promo about the Battle Royal. Obviously, Nia Jax is going to be the big show in the Battle Royal. Everyone's going to try to eliminate her altogether, and you know how that goes.
I'm not too sure about that, mate.
Nia is a possible winner.
I think everyone would be aiming towards Asuka.
It's Asuka or Nia. But Nia has that stigma of being the bigger person. You think
it's going to be one of them?
I'm saying, like, for people to target.
Without actually saying.
For people to target, it's those two. Because Asuka's Asuka, and she won the Royal Rumble.
You have to see that it could be one of them that will win.
Oh, I agree. I think there are 4 people that have potential of winning.
Me too. That's interesting you said 4.
Because it's obviously Nia. Mm-hmm. It's Asuka.
Okay.
Ember Moon. I feel like they could pull the trigger on Ember. I'm not saying that's high on my list.
Ronda?
I'm not saying that's high on my list, but...
Whoever wins gets a number 1 contender spot.
Yeah, I know.
To job to Ronda?
I know.
Come on. Don't turn Ember heel.
And now that Naomi's tweeted this, I have to take her off my list of 4.
It seems like Naomi always wins these types of matches. Always.
Unless it's WrestleMania. Not WrestleMania. Unless it's the Royal Rumble.
Unless it's the Royal Rumble.
Then it was Asuka.
But I mean, she did get all the way towards the end.
Yeah. She was the Iron Man. Well, her and Bayley. But, now I have to look at the list of competitors to figure out a 4th again, because I was on that Naomi board, and it was just like, ooh, she tweeted that. Haha. Michelle McCool. No.
She could win.
Oh, God. I don't even see a 4th anymore.
Who else is on there?
The Battle Royal consists of Tamina, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Ember Moon, Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Asuka, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, Lana, Naomi, Tori Wilson, Michelle McCool, Alundra Blaze, Ivory, Kelly, Murray Kanellis, Molly Holly, and Zelina Vega. Alundra Blaze. They could have Carmella win it. I doubt it, but they could. But that is a different topic for a different point in time.
The only thing I'm giving out here, and I don't know if this might help you out when it comes to predicting, because we're doing a predicting. I believe that it's got to be coming out from Smackdown.
I do feel like it should be coming out from Smackdown.
Because the Charlotte and Becky...
It's ending.
It's it.
Yeah.
The Ronda and Nikki is ending as well. But... See, if Natty was in that match...
Natty. Now, the thing with it being from the SmackDown side, it's like... Asuka was the last woman standing in the ring on Tuesday.
Yeah, but this is a Battle Royal.
Exactly. They did the Battle Royal spot. Where they throw everyone over the top rope. It's like when they did it with Dana Brooke, Tamina, Ember Moon, and Nia. We're like, Dana's not winning. And now they did it with Asuka, and it's like, oh, shit.
They can't do this to her again.
It's not like she lost a Battle Royal.
She won and lost the biggest match.
Next on Raw, because we're getting way off track here.
I know, we're talking about Revolution.
Yeah, we have a whole podcast for that. Are you ready?
Stupid fucking Evolution. I guess.
You think you can tell us what to do?
What?
Think you can tell us what to wear?
Oh my god.
You think that you're better?
That's what you're talking about.
You better get ready. Bow to the masters. Meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. No, nothing.
You know what we do get to hear at Crown Jewel?
Mow, 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 mow,
Wow. 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 Wow.
My cats are probably out there like, what the fuck?
I cannot wait. Just for that one specific moment.
That's the only
yes!
only part you're gonna watch.
Wow. Wow.
I'll get to talking about what has me upset about that. They cut a promo on why they're going to win at Crown Jewel.
I also have something to say about that too.
The DX promo?
The Crown Jewel shit.
Oh. We'll get there at the end of the Raw. Well, at the end of this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a serious promo. They really didn't cut much comedy, which was a surprise. And it's Triple H and Shawn Michaels on a microphone, so you know it's going to be good. Following that, we had Paul Heyman come to the ring. He talks a little bit about Roman Reigns, and we know that it's going to just be Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar for the vacant Universal Championship. Braun came out and is now playing babyface. Because I guess Roman left a vacuum there. But it did end with Drew coming out and hitting a Claymore on Braun Strowman. I am upset that they didn't make this a triple threat with Drew in it. That would have been interesting.
Yeah, but they're planning later.
Yeah.
Survivor Series.
Well, that's another maybe. It depends on who they give the fucking title to.
They're not going to give it to Lesnar.
We had this conversation.
I'm telling you, they're not giving it to Lesnar.
I hope not.
I can guarantee they're not giving it to Lesnar.
I hope not. But if they cut a deal with Cormier...
I guarantee they're not giving it to Lesnar.
Okay, Jesus. So then, we had Apollo Crews versus Elias. This is a push for Apollo Crews. No, Elias won. Apollo did nothing. Elias tried to perform again, but Baron Corbin came up, and Corbin stopped him, and Elias smashed Baron Corbin with his guitar, presumably turning face. They're really hurting for faces.
They are hurting for faces, but the fact that Elias is officially a part of Team Face, I agree.
I agree, he says.
I love it.
We then have the contract signing for Ronda Rousey and the Bellas. Really don't know what to say about this. The Bellas are refusing to get in the ring because they think Ronda's going to hit her. Ronda's like, I'm not going to hit you. I give you my word. I'm like, you two. I follow my word.
My word means something.
Yeah. And Nikki's like, if your word means something, what did it mean when you told your mother you'll never lose in that octagon and she'll never have to see you get hurt? And Ronda just eats everything they say and everything they do.
Yeah, the biggest thing was when Nikki was like, how does she feel when you didn't do, or you didn't win the Olympics?
Yeah. And then Ronda eats everything. She even gets slapped in the face. And she laughs it off. And she says, come this Sunday, puts her mean face on, I will end you. I give you my word. So Nikki's gonna fucking die. Probably in about 10 minutes. After that...
I think quicker than that.
Well, it's main eventing, so maybe. Nia Jax.
That's the main event?
You know it's gonna be the main event. You know it. What are you surprised about? What, you thought Charlotte and Becky were gonna main event? You thought a Smackdown title was gonna main event? That hasn't happened since Batista.
Well, it's gonna happen for the first time ever in WWE Universe 2K19 edition.
So we got a fatal four-way. Nia Jax, Tamina Snuka, Dana Brooke, and Ember Moon. Oh, fuck. There goes another pick. Ember won. Shit. She had the Eclipse on Tamina after a couple minutes. After 2 minutes! This match was 2 minutes. She had the Eclipse, and Ember got the pin. It was rushed. They're promoting Evolution with a Battle Royal for the Battle Royal. It's absurd. They had their little breast cancer awareness segment since it's coming to the end of the month. And then we got our main event, which was really fucking good. the Raw Tag Team Championships on the line. Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose on the other side. They put on one of the better Raw main events I've seen in a long time. Mm. Now, you had a lot of feelings about this match. I think you should talk about it.
Because it was a genius move, I guess.
They capitalized.
Yeah.
Now, when I first saw that this is a match, I was like, they're going to win the titles tonight.
Yeah.
Because of Roman.
I immediately called that too.
But what we didn't call...
Didn't think that was going to get pulled just yet.
Braun did interfere in the match after a ref bump, and he took Drew out of the equation.
And it's amazing how quickly Braun turned face.
Yeah.
We lost Roman, Braun, and Elias. Face turn.
Seth hit the curb stomp, or the blackout, whatever he wants to call it.
Mm-hmm.
They get the win. Now, this is where they shocked everybody.
So, Seth goes in for a hug to Dean and says something and pats him on the chest. Dean just looks at Seth, drops the title, Dirty Deeds.
And you hear Cole saying, "Are you kidding me? Not tonight. Not on this night."
I kept texting, "Not this way."
Yeah, you did. But that's the thing. You think about it, that was the perfect time to pull that trigger. I'm sure they would have waited if Roman didn't have the leukemia issue.
I would have done something else, though. I talked to Eric about this. Had they win the titles, right? Mm-hmm. Roman comes out one more time to hold their hands up high. That's when Dean turns on both of them. Like, can you imagine a Dirty Deeds to Roman, who just said he had leukemia?
Oh my god. That would have been awful.
No, but the way they did it was good.
And Dean beat the shit out of him.
It seems like Dean did it for a reason. Mm. It didn't seem like he just did it out of the ordinary. Mm. He just, like, kept telling Seth, say it again. You asked
for this. This is what you wanted.
Yeah, you asked this, say it again. And he said, watch your damn mouth. And Seth was like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, he got hit with the Dirty Deeds, and he was like, it's fine. It's okay. It's like, it's fine. It's fine that you did that. It's okay. And Dean just pulverized him.
Yeah. He ended up ending it with the Dirty Deeds on the concrete.
Yeah. And then it was funny because as he was walking up the steps and the fans were all there and they were chanting, and they were like, you can hear all of them saying, "Why, Dean? On Roman's night?"
Mm-hmm. And I think I texted the group. I was like, does he have Tommaso Ciampa heat now?
I don't know if he does. Like, if he did the Dirty Deeds on Roman,
then definitely.
Yeah. It should be interesting.
But that was Raw. What are you grading it there?
B+.
B+?
Yeah. It was really good, really entertaining. My emotions are on a roller coaster.
It was good, it was entertaining. It was the middle that was kind of just like...
It was the beginning that sucked. The Bobby Lashley and the Riot Squad. I didn't care for that. Elias was funny.
Fucking Elias.
Smashing his guitar over Baron Corbin's head.
Everyone loved that.
And Jim Ross is undergoing skin cancer surgery today.
Oh my god! What's in the water?
What is in the water? This is the last time they went over to fucking Saudi Arabia. All of them came back sick. And then you end up chopped up inside of a garden.
On to Smackdown Live. Episode 1001.
Fucking blokes.
Hailing from Newark, New Jersey. We start off with the New Day. No, just me. Okay. Start off with the New Day, and they had a very good balance of their goofy selves, but trying to be serious. And they call out the Bar. They call out Big Show, and they said, Kofi says, "I don't care which one of you it is. I'm fighting one of you tonight." So Sheamus stands in the ring. The ref goes to ring the bell. He says, "Wait a minute." Cesaro steps in the ring. Goes to ring the bell. Wait a minute. Big Show steps in the ring. And this was a glorified squash match. Big Show just chokeslammed him, and chokeslammed him, and chokeslammed him,
Jesus.
and chokeslammed him. I think he chokeslammed him 5 or 6 times.
Jeez.
And then Big E and Xavier ran in the ring. Everything broke down. The Bar stand tall. It is announced that at Saudi Arabia, it's going to be the Bar versus the New Day. Advertisements.
This podcast has been sponsored by L'Oreal Shampoo.
It was actually Candy Crush.
Ah.
I don't even have Candy Crush. They recap the Roman Reigns incident. The Roman Reigns speech with a very well done video package. We then got...
Oh my god, did you see the video package of that girl singing? Something like, you get the best of both worlds. Something like that. I'm like, these motherfuckers. And it's literally Roman saying, I have leukemia. And then that song starts playing. I'm like, what are they trying to do here?
He has the best of both worlds.
No, but that song is like a real sad song. And when they started playing that, I was like, oh my god.
So, we got a rematch from last week. AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan versus the Usos. And how do you think this match broke down? Because last week, Daniel Bryan hit AJ by accident. What happened this week? AJ hit Daniel by accident, and they lost. So backstage...
Is this how you do it?
I hate you. So backstage, Dash is interviewing, and Styles saying it was an accident. Bryan saying that, I don't know, I think it was on purpose, basically calling him Pinocchio. And AJ's like, the fuck? Are you calling me a liar? And Bryan's like, hey, this is how you do it, right? Too sweet, man. And AJ just kind of storms off, and Daniel Bryan's just like, heh.
I like it.
It's starting to dig now.
I like that Daniel is being the tweener.
But the thing is, Daniel said he refuses to go to Saudi Arabia.
We have to see what happens.
Because they only have one more show to fix this. Unless they convince him to go. We then got to see the clip of the rumored attack that Becky Lynch did on Charlotte Flair at the Performance Center. Charlotte was doing a Q&A with the girls. It was weird to see Shayna Baszler there, actually listening to people.
Mm-hmm.
And then Becky came out and was like, why don't you take some advice from the champ, you know? Because I'm the only one you should be taking advice from. Don't make friends. They're just going to stab you in the back. Only look out for yourself. And they fight. Then Charlotte cut a backstage promo that seemed a little too heavily scripted. But it was effective, I guess. Saying that her friend lost her way and she's going to be standing over at Evolution. Rusev made his way to the ring with Lana to fight Aiden English. Because the blow-off happened now and lasted 2 minutes. Aiden got in the ring, bell rang, Aiden ran out, ran around the ring, Rusev got his hands on him, Aiden got the upper hand for a second, Lana threw her shoe at him when he was talking shit to her, Rusev hit the Machka kick, put him in the accolade, Aiden tapped, That's was it.
Wow.
That was it. Worst blow-off I've ever seen. Terrible. Terrible.
What a waste of time.
I was sick.
Such a waste of time.
And then we had the most must-see talk TV show in WWE. Welcome to...
Truth TV.
Miz TV.
Huh?
And he had on Rey Mysterio.
Cutting Edge. The Peep Show.
Cutting Edge hurt. The Cutting Edge hurt last week. Oh, don't hurt your neck when you get out of the ring.
Oh, that bitch.
It's like, y'all are really trying to get us to hate Becky, huh? That hurt. But the Miz does talk about how Mysterio's back, and it's impressive. And Mysterio finally gets to talk to me. He's like, I was disappointed. I thought I was booked to be on Truth TV. Miz talks some shit. Long story short, it ends how it always ends. The Miz fights Mysterio. It ends up being turned into a match, which is a preview for the World Cup, which I'm already assuming these two aren't going to fight in the first round. Mysterio ends up winning in a good TV match with a 619 and the splash off the top rope.
Mysterio could win this whole thing. He is yet to lose.
He could, and him being the only some other nationality in this tournament, like, it makes sense, but...
And the Saudis love their old school wrestlers.
Yeah. Well, one of them
That's why fucking Hulk Hogan's showing up.
One of them said he's not going. After that, Naomi made her way to the ring with Asuka because they were teaming up to face Sonya Rose and Mandy Deville. But who came out? The Iconics. I love that. I love that they do it and they pose like fucking superheroes. When they first did it in Australia, I was like, what the fuck did they just do? And then they just did it again, and now they have their shirts kind of like not stitched from the sternum down, and they just slap it like a cape, and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? But I love it, and I don't know why. But all of the women that are on SmackDown in the Battle Royal came out. Zelina ended up starting the fight, And the last woman standing was Asuka.
Who was the first woman out?
I don't remember.
Was it Zelina?
No, she was the last one out. Because she started the fight.
Okay.
Asuka hit her with the Asuka kick, and she fell down and rolled under the bottom.
Oh, so she never... How's someone going to eliminate her?
Zelina?
She's like 3 feet.
You throw her over. How else would you eliminate her?
She's too small.
Hey, Mighty Minx, man. Mighty Minx. We then got Shane McMahon coming out, and he was hyping up the World Cup, which he did one of my favorite things. He said, "Who gets the title to be best in the world?"
Fuck that piece of shit.
And everyone starts chanting CM Punk, and he pauses, and he gets the mic, and he goes, "He's not in that tournament," and continues on.
He's a bitch for that.
He acknowledged it.
He's a bitch.
No one else acknowledges it.
Yeah, he didn't. He put so much sass after saying that.
And just, he's not in that tournament.
Like, that's that stupid, like, Donald Trump looking bitch. I don't think he's in there, so,
He acknowledged it. I respect him for acknowledging it.
Piece of crap. Hope King Ball blows up your testicles.
Oh my god. We then got Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy for the main event.
Oh my god, me.
I did. I'm sorry, what was that, mate?
Oh my god, my.
We got Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy. These two are also not going to be facing off in the first round, clearly. And, this is actually kind of boring. Because they tried to pick up where they left off at Hell in a Cell. With no rhyme or reason. Randy Orton won the way you think he'd won, countering the Twist of Fate into an RKO like he did all the way back in 2008, the Royal Rumble.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was that.
That was the main event.
Yeah. Smackdown is getting a C- from me this week.
Yeah.
I was not a fan.
Maybe close to a D+. It's like
it's close.
It's
like a solid 70, yeah. I was not a fan this week. And then another thing. Charlotte and Becky weren't live on the show. And that's your hottest angle going into Evolution. They should have had the main event spot to do something. But, you know, what do I know? I just watched the show.
Bastards.
I believe it's time for you to talk more, sir.
No, sir. Where's 205?
You got that this time. I did 5 hours of show.
Do I really have to do 205?
Yes, I did 5 hours of show.
That didn't sound like 5 hours.
I did like 5 hours of show.
Minutes and 52 seconds
I did 5 hours of wrestling content.
Fine. 205 Live, episode 100.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, fucking A.
Big celebration. And how did they open it? Lince Dorado versus Mike Canales.
I hope Mike won.
Mike won.
Okay, good. What's his finisher?
Canales crawls out, further venting his frustrations by shoving Gran Metalik and Kalisto. Dorado intervenes with a head scissors roll through, but Canales is unperturbed. He uses Dorado's anger for his stablemates against him and lands a high-impact DDT variant for the victory. So it's a DDT.
Okay.
Mustafa Ali versus Hideo Itami. Falls count anywhere. Mustafa Ali won.
I thought they were having a 2 out of 3 falls.
No, falls count anywhere.
Ah.
And that's it.
Okay.
There you go. Now it's time for NXT. Mike. So we opened up to the Undisputed Era. Did you watch NXT?
I did.
Alright, it's good. So we opened up to the Undisputed Era, who comes down, do their whole thing, blah, blah, blah. Bobby Fish is back, says Adam Cole, as he proclaims the Undisputed Era is at 100%. Says, ask the War Raiders, they were demolished. If anyone else wants to get in their way, they won't be in the way for long.
Oh, shit.
He points to the crowd and says, you're not NXT. The Undisputed Era is NXT. Adam addresses Ricochet, the NXT North American Champion. You beat Pete Dunne. You can't. couldn't and won't beat Adam Cole. He gets interrupted by the 1%er EC3.
I am meow 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 meow.
So pretty much Adam Cole will take on EC3. EC3 won in 7 minutes.
I was surprised EC3 won, honestly.
Because Adam Cole was going for his famous knee to the back of your head.
The last shot.
And EC3 just did a schoolboy.
Yeah.
Cole's in shock. EC3 hops to the outside and immediately is attacked by Strong and O'Reilly, who kick and sweep them to the floor. They beat him all the way up the ramp, where Cole mounts him for punches to the head.
That wasn't the crazy part. That gosh darn Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish pushes away the ref, grabs a chair at the announce table, and slams EC3's right knee. The referee calls for them to leave as Fish confronts a few other referees who have come out to help EC3.
And you can hear Cole like, "You're a madman."
Where is this going to bring Roderick? Because Roderick was strictly placed in Undisputed Era because Bobby got hurt.
Yep. I swear they're gonna get to a point where they're like, we don't need him, and that's when they're finally gonna dump him. I think it'll be before the end of the year.
You think it'll be at War Games? You think that Roderick will cost them a match at War Games and then they'll get frustrated?
I don't know. That could be the start.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be dumped either before the end of the year, the earliest, or the latest at Royal Rumble weekend.
2 cool points for the turnaround win for EC3. He's been taking some tough losses lately, and despite the post-match beatdown, this might be a turning point for the 1%er. Even better if it leads to a big feud with the Undisputed Era, possibly in a War Games match. 1 cool point for Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era for their swagger and gang mentality, as McGuinness called it. One of the official themes to TakeOver War Games is Voices by Motionless in White.
Mate.
Sorry, I got a message. Back to the security team, Nikki Cross hops over to them and repeats, "He's coming. He's coming. He's coming." Mia Yim versus Aaliyah is next.
So happy for Mia Yim.
Mia Yim won in 4 minutes.
I like Mia Yim a lot.
1 cool point for Yim's win, and 1 for Aaliyah's poise and attitude in this match. Yim's a fine addition to the women's division, and with the win, she should see some consistent in-ring work in the coming months. Like Watson said during the match, Aaliyah's shown great improvement lately, and I agree. Didn't expect to see that.
Yeah, Aaliyah has come a long way. She really has. Her character is like, she finally has direction with it.
Yeah.
Which is like, good for you, Aaliyah.
Yeah.
But Mia, honestly, like, if Mia Yim came around before Candice LeRae, she might have, I might have been different.
Backstage, Bianca Belair is shouting at General Manager Regal that is not good enough. She is undefeated, and she wants her title shot.
Get your title shot, girl.
Regal sighs and says he'll take it under consideration.
What's to consider?
To his office where he's waiting to be interviewed by the name Nikki Cross.
Yo, what is to consider? She is undefeated. Undefeated.
You need to get off of her ass.
She deserves the title shot. She's undefeated. And don't you dare compare me to Eric with the Seth Rollins bullshit. I am saying she undefeated.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, we'll have to see what Mr. Regal wants.
Well, Regal doesn't know what he wants because he keeps treating Cassius Ohno like shit.
He's interrupted by Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era. They're quite upset about what happened earlier. GM Regal says they're the ones who have to get it together because they interrupted the NXT Tag Team Championship match last week. Next week, War Raiders will wrestle Bobby Fish and Adam Cole. They yell about regretting this as General Manager Regal looks on. Third segment, Lacey Evans and women's wrestling excitement. Promo for Lacey Evans is shown mixing stage footage of her and her in-ring prowess. A voiceover of her quotes plays over the highlights. A promo for the Mae Young Classic 2018 semifinals, along with a promo for NXT Women's Championship match at Evolution, are shown. Women's Champion Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler are individually highlighted, along with a recap of their feud to date. Fourth segment, Cassius Ohno will take on Justin Xavier.
Who?
Cassius 1 and 3, that's who. On the ramp, Nikki Cross stands and points at Ohno, laughing. She says, "He's coming!" and continues to laugh as she leaves the stage.
Nikki has a secret.
1 point for Ohno's powerful offense that ensured Xavier never really had a chance to win in this match. Weird to think Ohno's not a shoo-in for TakeOver, but the bit with Cross suggests that may change quickly. Marina Trench by Nita Strauss is official theme song for TakeOver War Games.
Yeah.
A promo for a new NXT superstar Matt Riddle is shown. His in-ring debut on NXT TV will be next week.
Bro.
NXT Championship announcement. GM Regal reminds us that it's only a month until TakeOver War Games. That as far as he gets, because Tommaso Ciampa shows up, clutching the belt close to his heart.
Love this theme song.
As he walks towards the ring. Ciampa asks GM Regal to wipe the smug look off his face. He wants to hear the announcement, but just then...
Velveteen Dream.
And here he comes.
Hit it!
Dream says the people don't want complaining at War Games.
Meow.
They want an experience.
Meow.
He wants Regal to say his name.
Meow.
Just then, the theme song for Lars Sullivan starts up.
Meow.
Sullivan starts up and walks out the stage.
I'm done.
This is Lars' territory as he tells Dream to move. He's NXT's worst nightmare. Sullivan stands on the apron and as he listens to Dream tell him,
Dream says, in the presence of the Dream, wear some pants. And Lars is like, bitch?
Yeah, the fans are also like, oh, that was good. So Sullivan grabs Dreams by the throat, and then who comes out screaming? He's here! He's coming! He's coming! And sure enough, Aleister Black is finally here.
Yeah, they show him destroying the security. The dude he black masked into the door. I was like,
did you hear the black mask he gave to Lars Sullivan?
Yeah, because Lars went to get in the ring and he was just like, no.
Seemed like his jaw re-broke again.
Was pissed.
And he's yelling at GM Regal saying, where is he? And then
he gets super kicked.
Someone gets super kicked. Aleister gets super kicked by a man in a hoodie
known as
Johnny Gargano.
And he says, I'm right here. And it is confirmed Johnny Gargano attacked Aleister Black. And Johnny storms out. And who's there trying to figure out what the fuck's going on? Candice LeRae. She's trying to talk to him and he's just ignoring her. She's like, what the huh?
I think Candice LeRae had a lot to do with this.
She might have.
I think Johnny and Tommaso may have had a lot to do with this. Who knows? But that's the end of NXT.
A-.
Yeah, I agree.
And now for the first time ever, you get to review NXT UK.
Yes.
You excited?
No.
Wow.
It wasn't that good.
Wow.
It was good, but I don't know if I would make that main event the way I did with Wolfgang and all them. But, anywho, did you watch UK?
I did not. I didn't get the chance.
It was okay. Yeah, I don't know where the thingy is. Hold on. Trying to find the thingy.
Having some technical difficulties here.
There we go.
He got it.
Okay. So, after the recap of last week, Vic Joseph and Nigel McGuinness welcome us while standing in front of CGI Royal Tapestry. Ligario defeated Mike the Wild Boar Hitchman. You need to see this, man. Mike the Wild Boar. He literally comes out as if he's a wild boar.
So he just runs to the ring.
He has a suit of a bunch of horns on it, and he's wearing a mask, like a pig's mask.
So he's like Giant Gonzalez?
Kinda.
Oh my god.
But, Ligario beat him. You know who Ligario is.
Yeah.
Dakota Kai defeated Killer Kelly. That was a really good match. She killed her with the backstabber code red thing. But it was a good match because Kelly did a lot of submissions on her. I think Killer Kelly has a pretty good future ahead of her. So Radzi Chiniangania conducts a post-match interview with Kai in the ring. She puts her over the UK crowd and says a little birdie told her they would be an NXT UK women's title. Dakota wants to be involved in the competition for that. Highlight of Zach Gibson's winning the last UK Championship tournament and coming up short against Pete Dunne are shown. After the commercial, it's another Eddie Dennis promo. He addresses the age difference between himself and his friends Dunne and Mark Andrews. While he was pursuing a career as a teacher and becoming the principal of an elite private school, They were living in their parents' houses and flying to America for bookings. Then he had to watch them work for WWE. How do we think that made him feel?
How did it make him feel, Mr. Krabs?
Liverpool's number 1 is here, and Cambridge is booing the hell out of him. He says he'll soon be the world's number 1 and NXT UK's number 1. Gibson puts over beating Travis Banks, Flash Morgan Webster, and Jack Gallagher in one night and becoming the 2018 UK Championship Tournament winner. The only reason he didn't beat Pete Dunne was because he wasn't rested or prepared. A well-rested Zach Gibson can beat the Bruiserweight, and Pete knows it. He blames the Royal Albert Hall crowd for shouting and their chants. Gibson complains he hasn't been given the rematch he deserves and runs down Noam Dar, getting a shot he claims he didn't deserve. A rundown of Dar's failures brings out the Scottish supernova. But before he can get to the ring, General Manager Johnny Singh is here. He tells them not to think about it and orders them to his office. Ashton Smith gets a hype video and he's next. But first, Chini Yangania interviews Travis Banks backstage, who vows to get revenge on Kofi Brothers for what they did to him in London at the UKCT. Ashton Smith defeated Tucker via pinfall with the Ash Cloud, which is a ripcord DDT. Smith got the better in the early back and forth, and Tucker cheap shotted him out of a rough break to gain control. A pump kick and running high knees in the corner got back Ashton back in it and set up the finish. Danny Burch hype video. He debuts next week and wants to win the title so he can tell London he's one of our own.
Oh, are they going to UK?
I don't know if Lorcan's going.
Aww.
Singh has tweeted out next week's main event, and it's Gibson versus Dar. Tyler Bate defeated Wolfgang via pinfall following Tyler Driver 97. Fun face versus face affair, which saw each man get in the signature spots. The end comes up after Wolfie missed a senton from the top rope. McGuinness and Joseph hype up the roster while wondering who Singh will select as Dunn's next challenger, as we fade to black.
So it's Aleister Black? Well, that sounds fun.
That sounds fun.
That sounds fun.
It's hard to get into this right now because it's brand new and you have to know.
You got to get the following going. Yeah.
So far, they've been doing a pretty decent job.
Yeah. So we'll hold off on grading UK for a little while, just because it has to get its footing.
Yeah.
Give it to
B- when it comes to wrestling.
You can go to the wrestling. The rest of the showing, it's we need some time. Well, that about wraps up this week in wrestling.
Sweet.
We have some predictions
and punishments.
And premonitions, yes. Oh, you're gonna love the punishment. It's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. I'm so excited.
Is it Indian dance?
No, we're not going to India. We're in New York.
They all look alike. Wait. Oh, Evolution.
Yeah.
Why do I keep thinking Saudi Arabia?
Because you had something to say about Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, so did you.
No, you had something to say. I was like, just wait.
Right.
My thought of Saudi Arabia is, what are you going to do about John Cena? Not so much John Cena, because you can just replace him in the World Cup. More so, what are you going to do about Daniel Bryan in the WWE title match? Because he said he's not going. He refuses.
Yeah, I don't know. Once Daniel Bryan says something like that, he doesn't show up.
Yeah. So what did you have to say about Crown Jewel that won't get us canceled?
I don't know. I don't know about this pay-per-view.
What do you mean by you don't know?
I don't know if I want to predict for this pay-per-view.
Really?
Yeah.
As in a protest kind of?
No, it's just not even that. How can you go about saying you had no idea about what happened to that man when there are people leaving the fucking building wearing that dude's clothes and you find body parts of him in the Prince's Garden?
Yep.
What the fuck?
And the sad thing is, what it came down to...
It's not anything about protests. It's just, why the fuck would you still go?
The sad thing is, it came down to the government telling them if they could go or not. That was the deciding factor. I get having a contract, I get not wanting to pull out of that contract because you will get sued for millions and millions of dollars.
A billionaire will get sued for millions. Wow.
But there is a limit. I personally think they should have pulled out of the show because that's crazy, and it could potentially be an unsafe work environment.
That what happened could turn into could turn into a real world event.
Oh, totally.
Like, you know how many countries are pissed off with Saudi Arabia?
When
was the last time United States and Iran had a common purpose? Because that's what we have now.
Yep. And then Donald Trump saying something like, well, we don't know for sure. Like, we know at this point.
He said at the beginning, he doesn't know for sure. And then when they found pieces of the dude's body, Donald Trump was like, this is the best you have to offer me. Like, this is the best excuse you guys had. He went in there to cause the fight, and he was strangled. Why is his body parts all over the garden?
Yeah. They said, oh, he was killed by accident.
Again, why was his body parts in the garden?
Trevor Noah was talking about it. I know you like Trevor Noah.
I love Trevor Noah.
And he was saying, like, I give Saudi Arabia credit because they asked what their excuse was going to be to see how we react. Like, so what if we told you that it was an accident and we accidentally killed him?
Would that be good?
Would that be good? Do you believe that? All right, so we accidentally killed him. I'll have to find the clip for you later.
Wow.
But I was like,
was this a YouTube clip?
Yeah, it was on his show. Because he has the Daily Show now,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
I gotta watch that.
I'll pull it up for you before we get into our evolution predictions. But yeah, we can discuss the Saudi Arabia thing more because it's a little like it's touchy. It's very touchy.
It is very touchy.
But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I am a Zel.
I am a Zel. I am a Nelson.
An Australian Nelson.
I am Nelson.
And we
I don't fucking know.
we have no call, no show, Synyster.
Say hi, Synyster.
Oh wait, he no called, no showed. And that was this week in wrestling, and we will see you when we do our predictions. Okay, bye.